4 law enforcement officers are dead and 4 others are hurt after a shootout in Charlotte. The horrific scene unfolding when a suspect opened fire on U.S. Marshals, their task force serving a warrant, and we're now learning there may have been more than one shooter.
That's crazy, ladies and gentlemen. 4 police officers is killed by a shooter in Charlotte? That's crazy, that's crazy, that's crazy. Welcome back to Monarch Smart TV, everyone. And if this is your first time here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button for your boy and turn them notification bell and place them on all so you don't miss the facts, you don't miss the banger, you don't miss the truth. You see what's going on. It's lunatic, crazy people out there shooting at police officer. 4 police officers is killed and another 4 is injured in North Carolina in a shootout. People is having shootout with police officer. What type of world are we living in? I thought them days was over. So we got the facts, ladies and gentlemen. So if you're ready for this story, get your chips, get your popcorns, get your spliff, get whatever you need to get comfy, get your legs up and check out the banger.
Here with the latest on his investigation in Charlotte, the chief of police there, Johnny Jennings. Chief, thanks so much for joining the program.
Thanks for having me. It's a pleasure to be on, certainly not under these circumstances.
Yeah, Chief, it's been a while since I've seen you. You know, your police department specializes in community policing, working with the community. How do you feel that a scumbag in your community decided to take those officers' life?
You know, it's devastating. It's something that it's
a real scumbag.
A nightmare for any police chief across the country, and it's certainly a scar to Charlotte, in Charlotte, and it's also a scar for the profession across the country.
I'm sorry for the families of those 4 officers that passed away, man. Their loved ones, their kids, and stuff of that nature.
It's going to take a while to get through this, but we're a resilient team here in Charlotte, and I'm sure that we have great men and women that are going to do the right thing and continue to keep our community safe.
Chief Jennings, could you tell us about the 4 officers that were killed? I was reading one of them left behind a wife and a young child. What do you know about these 4 officers?
Yeah, so our CMPD officer, this is part of the U.S. Marshals Fugitive Task Force. They were out to serve a warrant on an individual that had a warrant for felony possession of firearm by a convicted felon. That individual...
That's crazy. That's crazy, ladies and gentlemen. So they was out to serve a warrant. I guess, you know what I'm saying, to go arrest somebody because they had a warrant for their arrest. And they was out to serve that a warrant. So that's what I'm telling you, man. Just a simple arrest could turn out into chaos and people losing their life. I don't even think they expected dude to do this, but I know they know dude had weapons.
Decided that he was going to open fire on our officers, and so 3 of the officers that were killed that day, yesterday, were with the fugitive task force from other agencies. The Charlotte-Mecklenburg Police Department had a total of 4 officers shot. 1 succumbed to his injuries later yesterday, and we're certainly feeling the loss of that and trying to get through that.
Chief, it just reminds people that there is no such thing as a routine arrest. I mean, that, some would say, well, they were just going to...
No such thing as a routine arrest. No such thing. Because if it was the other way around, police going to make that arrest and they all had their weapons out, and dude do something stupid and they shoot him, it would have been a whole bunch of bullshit on the police officer part.
Serve a warrant. Then this can happen.
Yeah, beyond any wildest imagination, to obviously the most horrific thing I've seen in my career with our department. But we talk about it every day. We put on this uniform and we don't know if we're coming home, and the dangers that are involved in this uniform, putting this uniform on. Facts. And a situation like this brings it all to reality, and not just for Charlotte, but for the entire country, of what we deal with and the dangers of this job.
Can you tell us what happened? You had 8 officers were hit, 4 were killed. Can you set the scene for us as you know it? Because I understand, too, the neighbors said that some officers had to go into their house and almost they looked like snipers in order to take these guys out. So you really had to dominate the neighborhood, and still 8 officers got shot.
Sorry to say, ladies and gentlemen, but this is another black man decided to do some crazy stuff because he didn't want it to be locked up. So he ready to end his life by taking a few people with him. That's like a terrorist right there. You know what I'm saying? You willing to kill people and kill yourself at the same time. That's like some terrorists right there, bro.
Yeah, and absolutely huge showing of support from all of law enforcement across our region, and the people that responded just did a tremendous job. But officers, when they went to make the arrest and encountered this individual, he had a high-powered automatic rifle that he was able to start open fire on our officers, and then as others responded to try to save the officers that were down, they were also hit with gunfire as well. So,
wow. This dude think he was playing Call of Duty. That's crazy.
It's just, very proud of our men and women that saw what was going on, went to the gunfire to try and save the lives of their brothers in blue, and unfortunately, we're ending up with a tragic situation here.
Right.
This dude, he knew what the end result was. He was already decided to give his life away because you by yourself, and once you start firing and shooting officers, you know you're gonna die. Ain't no surrendering now. Ain't no surrendering. You done shot up like 8 or more officers, 4 died. That's crazy. That's crazy. What is you thinking, bro?
But Chief, after the shooter inside the house was taken out, was neutralized.
You telling me you rather die than just go to jail and probably do a year or 2 or 3 and come back home?
By the forces. Then the shooting continued from the house. Who was shooting after that guy was taken out?
Well, we're still trying to work through that. There's a possibility that the individual was just going from one side of the house to the other, and it just appeared to be 2 inside.
You see that? That boy was on some Call of Duty-ish. He running from one side of the house, meaning he probably run from one bedroom to the living room to the bathroom, moving around, running around the house, shooting everybody. He think he playing Call of Duty.
Out of the house, I know we originally said yesterday that there was possible another suspect that was shooting from inside. We have to be able to confirm that, and that's what the evidence is going to unveil for us in some of the interviews that we've been conducting, as well as our body-worn camera footage review that we've been watching.
He was everywhere shooting. They thought it was more than one shooters because my man was everywhere in the house running around shooting because he had a machine gun, some automatic rifle type-ish. Like he think it was really Call of Duty.
Chief, you guys still have to do a job today after you lost one of your own. How can we support you and your officers today?
Right now, we need prayers. We need support for the law enforcement profession.
He lost 4, not only 4, he lost at least 8 because 4 died and another 4 shot up. They probably in the hospital or stuff of that nature.
As a whole, we're hurting right now. I've been receiving a lot of calls from across the country and in Canada, and just to show support, and that means a lot to us right now. We've got a lot of agencies around our area that have helped us come in and answer calls for service yesterday when we were in need of assistance, and it's just been tremendous. And it's a law enforcement family, and yesterday was absolute proof of that.
Yeah. Chief, Charlotte's such a beautiful place, usually a safe community, great place to raise your kids, and this happens.
That's crazy, ladies and gentlemen. But this is what I'm gonna do though. I'm gonna show you that lunatic that did this. Check this out.
The authorities say Terry Hughes Jr. was the one firing the gun, shooting 8 law enforcement officers, killing 4 of them. Officers
That's him right there, ladies and gentlemen. You see him, you see him, you see him. That's that fool right there. He a terrorist. The way he went out, you know what I'm saying? He decided that he was going to lose his life and take a few people with him. He's like a suicide bomber.
Fired back, killing Hughes. Hughes' arrest history goes back to when he was 18. Records show he was a felon, having served time in prison for felony breaking and entering, and later again for possessing a weapon while a felon. He had a 2021 charge in Charlotte for a number of charges related to marijuana, along with fleeing and eluding authorities. The warrant they were serving Monday was for 2 charges. One was an eluding charge out of Lincoln County, along with a weapons possession charge. People here say that should have prompted a different type of response.
Yeah, they knew that guy. He got a gun, all that. That's why they call him to come out.
But
of course, he got a warrant on a gun charge, so they already know he got a weapon. That's why they didn't want to approach the house. They telling them to come outside, but the lunatic decided to load up his automatic weapon and just start busting at cops.
while the investigation takes place into what happened, people are still coming by, wanting to see what happened right in their backyard.
I just can't imagine leaving home, going to work, not knowing if you're going to return.
That's crazy, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls from all over the world. That's crazy right there.
Hurt. Charlotte's police chief said the city.
That was super crazy, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls from all over the land. Crazy people. I can't believe dude decided to do some crazy stuff like that. He just gave his life away. You know what I'm saying? Yo, if police coming to arrest you on a warrant and you ain't killed nobody, it was like a weapon charge or something of that nature, give yourself up. Why you shooting at police and killing yourself? What? You don't love life no more? And you look like you live in a good neighborhood. That's crazy, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. My heart goes out to the family of all the officers and the officers that got shot, all the ones that died. Rest in peace, man. My heart goes out to all the families, man. I know y'all risked your life to protect us, citizens, and crazy lunatic that y'all trying to protect turns around and kill y'all. I hate to see stuff like that, man. So make sure y'all share this out, folks. You are ready. Make sure y'all know where y'all kids at. Make sure y'all travel the street safe. Make sure y'all got love. Each one teach one. Caring is sharing. Peace and love. And we up out of here.